Hey everyone, it's Aemond here with the Iron War table and mod developer of the War for Westeros mod. And today I have another video here of a community event that took place yesterday on March 20th, 2026. We did a siege battle to try and test out sieges because, I feel like I haven't had too much testing on sieges, so we kind of tried to see how the balancing is for that. So keep that in mind as we watch this today, but for today's battle, we do have the alliance of Targaryens. What is it? Yeah, Targaryens, Boltons, and House Baratheon of Dragonstone, and Greyjoys attacking. My team, which is I'm playing as the Stormlands of Storm's End. We got Tarly of the Reach, and then we got Celtigar Valarian, and then the Night's Watch. Very interesting defense here. No way could it be in lore because the Night's Watch would definitely not be here. But um, we weren't going for any like lore reasons. We're just trying to see how the battle plays and sieges. Yeah, see how sieges plays and balancing are for that. But I'm gonna unpause it here. Let this kind of continue. It is an hour long. So this would be a good time to get like a snack or drink as I try and cover this. Might miss some stuff, but we're gonna try and see it all. So I believe they are artillery over here. I didn't even know. I don't even remember seeing this army or seeing this over here when I played. We brought the Dreadfort Wardens. You guys haven't seen those from other videos. Beautiful Bolton units. Honestly, some of my favorite units are the Boltons, even though they're not my favorite house, but they look very good. You need to rework the shields, though. I think I made those like 3 years ago and reused them, but reworked all of the units. But that's something I plan to do in the later updates. Fix some factions that have already been worked on. But we're gonna look at some of the Targaryen stuff. Dragon Steel Guards. Those are the shock infantry. Very good, and very beautiful. One of my favorite units. Very easy on the eyes. Great in their black armor. Just look cool. And let's see. I think something's about to happen here because I do remember early game we sally. Yeah, this is where we decided to sally out. Yeah. I think what we realized is that they didn't have a lot of cav. There was no cav. I think we only had Roose Bolton Targaryens. And I think the Targaryens kept, what is it? Dragonclaw Lancers, and I think he had another cav, Yes, they only had a combined of 4 cav, but they only had one cav over here, and Greyjoys, their problem is they have no, they're not, they struggle against cavalry, and I don't think he even brought units to counter cav. He did not. No, he did not. So yeah, so we definitely took advantage of that. And I think they noticed it because the Dragonclaw Lancers are moving. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. I don't think anything else is going on. Yeah, everything else is kind of moving up. Yep. And then the plan was for me to use my cav to bait the Lancers. And then the Night's Watch as he rested up his cav. I think we're just kind of resting the cav, yeah. Thralls, yeah. I think the Greyjoy player realizes it and starts to set up, prep. All right, and then I think we decided to attack here. Yeah. And I go for the Lancers. Yep. And he throws javies. I think, he shoots arrows. But Night's Watch send their Ranger Vanguards to come help me deal with the Lancers quickly. The charge of the Lancers definitely hurt me. Then we got Harley Marcher Knights coming. They hit these guys. Oh, hit him from behind. And then we have the Ranger Vanguards. I think the original target was the catapult crew, but then he took them off. But then he went after a Victorian, which I think was a good alternative. Hit him from behind. And then I think we tried to hurry up and finish. Yeah, trying to hurry up and finish off these Lancers, but took too long to kill. But then I think he changed his targets and hits the more Ironborn Thralls. We're just struggling here. Then I honestly should have just gone after Victorian and of these Javies, but I think we were just trying to get rid of the Thralls. Yeah, we routed them, and then I think Reese Bolton came. Yeah. It was abandoned my cab. No, I think he is trying to go after the archers, but then he pulls out because my cab gets stuck. Yeah, and then Ranger Vanguards come to help, but my cab just absolutely gets surrounded here. I think they were put more as a diversion and sacrificed, is what it feels like here. But Ranger Vanguards helped, and then the last Targaryen cab that came back. But it's fine. The Marcher Knights are just getting a lot of kills. They run away. Keep going, and then Prince Rhaegar shows up to come try and stop them, but I think he does get stuck on here. Yeah, and they keep going, and they're gonna hit. Oh, and they keep going. They keep going. They're getting shot at, and then the charge. Oh, these poor Reavers. Reavers getting hit. And he pulls out. Keeps pulling. I don't. Some might classify that as a pull through, but it did look like he knocked a bunch of them down. I couldn't really see you there, but. He goes for another strike. Man, I didn't realize how far he went with this cab. Like, I was too worried about my cab forming up over there, and then I think I was trying to. Oh, maybe what was I doing? Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But, broke through the wall there. Fast forward here. I don't think too much is happening other than people are landing on the walls. Give me, that was my cat jumping on. You heard any noise just now? It was my cat jumping on a bag. But Harley Archer's shooting. Harley Cav's back inside. Trying to break down the walls. I think really the engagement kind of starts after that cav. Sort of just me battling Targaryen archers, trying to anyway, because he is just shooting my stuff. Crazy how this game works for arcing, because so accurate. These are hitting my units. Just arcing over the buildings. Meanwhile, my guys who have higher range struggle a little bit trying to figure out to shoot, but I did not mean for them to shoot the Marines. They were supposed to shoot the archers, but the pathing in that general area does not seem to be in my favor, as he melts my Stormguard swordsmen who are getting destroyed. And of course, I send my other infantry in because the Stormguard swordsmen are absolutely getting slapped. And then they, what is it? Bolton's break through. They have to. Yeah, they gotta be breaking through. Yeah, it's my side. Too much has happened yet. Pretty slow. Targaryen's battling my stuff and destroying it because my archers, honestly, this is really annoying. This area right here, these guys can arc over the wall or the buildings, yet my guys just struggling. I mean, they finally do get some shots off, but it's just not. You can see I'm trying to get them to do something, but and he's able to arc over and hit my archers, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is just disgusting. But I finally get my units able to start doing something, and we start destroying some archers, and then he falls back. That was a wasted volley on archers running, but and then I see the Bolton archers running through, and we tried to turn on shoot those, but pathing right here, this was just horrendous for me. But I think I finally get them lined up though before the Bolton ones get set up. Yep. Well, I started shooting at the wrong unit. I don't know why I was shooting at a unit in Testudo. Testudo. In case you guys are not aware, for those that complain about archers in this mod, I'm gonna pause it for a second while I talk about it. Put your units in formations. Like, I know people are not used to doing that in many other mods or even vanilla, but you know, a lot of people come to me and complain about archers being OP, which they are. Don't get me wrong, archers are good in this mod, especially in siege battles. Crossbows are better in land battles, but archers in sieges are just so good because you can arc over everything. But if you put them in Testudo, an infantry unit, as you can see, the Testudo does great. He gets, what is it, plus 40% missile block chance, like 90, 85. Like, you're pretty much set for a bit. Like, yes, the archers can still kill units in Testudo. Don't get me wrong. If you focus fire on a unit, it's over. But you just gotta, make sure you put your units in formation. It's nice to see. I think a lot of people, some of the people in this battle have played the mod quite a bit, but learn that formations matter. Definitely good to do it. Shock infantry, they just have to. You're gonna get hit by archers, so it's best to keep them in the back if you can. But I think that's it regarding that topic, because I feel like I get this question quite a bit about archers. Yes, archers are good. An arrow would suck to get hit by, but the game does offer formations. Please try to do it. Loose formation as well. I did, the old version had loose formation kind of broken, but that has been changed. So that's fixed. But anyway, that's all on that. So he does send his dogs, Bolton dogs. And I think he was trying to aim for my archers, so I'm not going to blame him here. But the dogs just pull through my infantry units, which is really annoying. Extremely annoying. I was furious, but They just pull through my units to get through my archers, which that's not on that player. I definitely know that's what happens when you use the bastard girls. The dogs don't work properly with archers, so they go for whoever you attack, which is really annoying. And then the other problem I have with dogs is I think I overcorrected them based off of suggestions on trying to kill them, because now the other issue with dogs is like now that they don't die easily, my units are too stupid to kill them, and you have to. Oh, they're just such a pain for me. I think they what killed my line, but I had to fall back. Your units, the issue with dogs is if you tell your unit to attack the dogs or click on them, for some reason they want to go after the bastard girls or the archer, the owners, and so they don't kill the dogs. As you can see, I'm pretty sure I clicked on them. Yeah, as you can see, I clicked on the dogs right here, but now my units are trying to walk towards the archers, which they're not going to be able to. So yeah, this is the problem with dogs, is my units are too stupid. I want to go fight the bastards girls who are over there and then getting eaten by dogs, and then these guys just my front line gets decimated by dogs. Well, that's all right. That's all right. Quick drink for a second, but I will say, for those who say the Stormlands faction, Storm's End is a broken faction, it is broken, but I am just getting pounded on the dogs. I think it ruined me. So, and the Targaryens just being able to arc over like that, and my units being stupid and getting stuck like that, it was just bad day. Bad day for Storm's End. All right, I'm gonna go check the other side. I think the Baratheon of Dragonstone's just trying to set up. Same with Bolton. But, R'hllor Lightbringer's trying to shoot over. Get rid of those honor guard. Don't blame him. Problem is, I think he's getting focused down on by like 3 archers. Oh, 4 archers. R'hllor Lightbringers are the best archers in the game, but not when they're getting focused down on like this. I would pull them back. They're not going to win this. I would save the ammo and try and go after like pikemen over here or something. Pikes or something. Shoot the pikes. Marines. Where's the pikemen at? Definitely no Celtigar and Valarian's got pike. He's getting focused down by Lord Montfort. And they're getting focused down by the Tarly Archers, which, in case you guys have not seen the new faction, this is the Honor Guard Marksmen. Inspired by some Burgundians. I would say French and Burgundians, but more Valarian stuff here. Driftmark Bowmen, in case you guys haven't seen it. Here's the pikes. And what else did he bring? He should have brought some Tide Guard. I'm pretty sure there's some Tide Guard here. The Tide Guard, yep. In case you guys haven't had a chance to look. And there are some Celtic Guard units, Crab Knights. Definitely, Celtic Guard, Valarian factions. For about the new factions, they're always sit here and kind of wait for everybody to set up. I think they're kind of one of the weaker factions of the newer ones. The Night's Watch are pretty good. Uh, Wildlings are pretty good too. Um, but I would say the Valarian one is just kind of weak. I know some people really like the color scheme. Want to try? I mean, they got good stuff. I think they're probably good for sieges. But then we got this front over here, which is just going horribly for the Boltons. The dogs, if anything, are doing the work. But those poor Dreadfort Wardens are just getting focused down on by archers, Driftmark bowmen, and crossbows. Just having a field day. But yeah, they are getting destroyed, and I fell back because of the longbowmen of Targaryen and Bolton shooting at my stuff. And honestly, I've just kind of lost my side. I think I start sending out the Stormland recruits to kind of go hold the front. Uh, some Hornhill foot sergeants coming to fight some blade guards. Got some red keep. See here. Push on that side. I think obviously the Greyjoy player just kind of struggled over here on his side. I think he pushed a little bit inside and then fought. Yeah, not looking great for the Greyjoys right now. I do think, though, him being very passive and sitting in the back while his teammate getting hit did not help him at all, because yeah, Baratheons are struggling here. Honestly, the Baratheons also, he's chevroned up a lot of his units. I don't know if I'm going to tell you guys, I don't think it's worth it in my own mod to do that. The way I've done it is it's only kind of worth spending one chevron on a unit, because if you only get anything after that, you're only getting one extra melee attack and defense. And yes, there's some other minor stuff, but for I don't know if he had a full army. I might have had a full army and extra money to level up, but I would have definitely at least chevron every unit, because then it helps them in melee, wherever they might be needed. Like even the Oathbound ones, they would be crushing these guys if they had just one chevron. As the defender team, we could not afford chevrons like that. If you can afford this, probably cost him at least 400 points to do all this, which that's enough chevrons to maybe do at least one for a lot of your units. Um, let's see. I think that's kind of what the Boltons did here. And Blade Guards, you see a lot of chevrons on there, at least one chevron. So it makes them really good in melee. So my peasants are not going to defeat Red Keep Dragon. It was just this was just try to hold off the swarm, shoot at what I could. Then Dragonstone's guardsmen, which are the ones with the dragon helmet. If you guys haven't seen these guys yet, really elite. Rarely see these brought, so it's nice to see that. Siege is ultra fun. I've seen a lot more units I don't normally see with Targaryens. With the ultra fun, so it's nice to see some of the elite stuff being brought. It's a very expensive faction. Um, might need some rework on the pricing, but you know, it's very expensive to bring. And, you know, they're like super good stuff. I think I fall back with my elites because I didn't really know what to do. All I got are peasants to hold on. And I really didn't feel like getting focused down by some archers. And let's see here. Tide Guard. Mass waves of Tiger. We got Lord Faithful fighting. What he probably should have done is hurried up and brought more infantry to hurry up and crush this while the Greyjoy player was pushing in. If he would have brought those Kingsmen or Queensmen up in here, he would have definitely probably have killed all of this, but started cycling, charging the Greyjoy stuff. Mike have I forgot I came over here to try and kill some of these shock infantry. The shock infantry are doing work. They're killing us, but they're also just getting focused down on by the ranger marksmen. I will say the Greyjoy player had it rough. Just extremely rough. Apologize if you guys can hear the train in my background, but I think we capture the gate from them here in a second. Yeah, this is where I think he should. They also kind of messed this up too, as they should have pushed for the gate and hold the gate. You know, any of these, what is it, Queensmen, Kingsmen, and the Marines would have just, yeah, the poachers lighten them up. But I think you know they win, but they need to. It's gonna be too late. They're about to lose it. Should have definitely sent something in here. What has he got here? Stormbreakers. I think he does send stuff over here, but we do see that happening, and we try to counter it because the Iron Islands is pulled back. Pulls back, and then I think honestly, the issue with this battle too is I think these two over here, Boltons and Targaryens, were waiting on the other two to finish their side, but the other two could not finish their side, and we're struggling. And excuse me, the honestly just made it worse for them. Boltons and Targaryens were ready to push. What they should have done is just started pushing anyway, so divert our attention. But um, really matter here. I sent my Stag Knight commander to hit Stormbreakers. Not that I don't think they're. I don't think they're doing too much to them. It is enough to damage them. Like I said, you know, if you see the chevrons here, they're not getting the kills that they. It's just not worth it. He'd have upgraded a lot more units for what he's paid for because these guys are just getting clat from both sides. Queensmen, though, they're doing some work. Queensmen, I think they spend half their time getting a lot of kills and no deaths, but eventually they're going to get surrounded. So yeah, I think we just have more men in this area. And I think the issue for them too is going to happen here is we're going to start capturing the gate. Is Harley's gonna send more men to capture it, and not gonna be able to reinforce the Queen's men, which this is why he should either get stuff up in this tower before pikemen come, or because I think the pikes are coming. I see pikemen, bowmen, or the pikemen already here. No, they're not. Or bowmen, basically. And I think that was Victorian getting killed. Yep. And more Greyjoy play. I think he just got hit by archers as soon as he committed him. And he was just getting slapped. That's what was happening. Kraken Guard and Swarm. Kraken Guard getting attacked by Swarm Brothers from behind. Yeah, they're about to rout. Losing your general in this mod, everybody, is just terrible. You cannot afford to lose your general. And then I think it was too late, but then he realized that he was about to lose the gate because of the numbers, so it's just not looking good for Baratheons. Yeah. I think the Greyjoy being out of the game just kind of ruined it for the Baratheon player, because now I think Bolton and them started to realize that they need to come help the other side. They started pushing over here. So I think it finally took them a little bit to realize that they should probably push. Waiting on Dragonstone and all of them to finish was probably not the best idea, but is what it is. Got 16 minutes left to try and push. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit here because I think it's just kind of a grind fest here. Kingsmen go in, and they're getting a lot of kills, but I think the issue too is, they're gonna get tired or something, and I think they get hit from behind. I don't remember what happens to them. Push through here. My champions of the stag down to go help the front lines. Really nothing too crazy. Got the Dragonstone guardsmen pushing in. Absolutely going to slaughter my peasants guarding this. 400 kills. Yeah. Those peasant spears have no chance. I was running out of men though, and I think Tarly was more worried about up front, and then he had a lot of good reserves back. Yeah, I think Kingsmen 135 kills, but again, they're getting hit by honor, like everything. Getting hit by everything. They're gonna get a lot of kills, but I just don't think it was worth the chevrons. Too much out on them. Still good kills, don't get me wrong, good kills, but not worth what he paid for them. I just don't think so. Start pushing here, and then the pikemen come. Pikemen are gonna do some work. Battle. Yeah, 9 minutes left. They realize that time has run out. Um, Kingsmen fall back. They try to make a breakthrough here, but I just did not work. Gonna fast forward it. Yeah, it's just looking rough for here because now they can't push here because the pikes are over here now. Just look at all these dead bodies. There's so much dead. Piles. Piles, but they're gonna try and deal with. Mm-hmm. Not gonna lie, the Blade Guards should win this. Problem is, it's just too much. Got 6 minutes left. Don't think they're gonna break through in time. Just a lot of chaff here. We got Ranger Marksman. That will definitely delay. Roos pull goes in. Does make stuff route. But I don't think it's enough. Ranger Marksmen are just annoying them. But I think they start trying to javvy us up here. Yeah, they hit a lot of his own Dragonstone Guardsmen. Start pushing down this way. Yeah, we got like 4 minutes left, and I think honestly Davos tries again over here. Yeah, it's gonna be Rathians are just having a hard time. Feel bad the Lancers had nowhere to go, but I think if they could definitely pushed over. They could push over here, but I think it's too late. Yeah, it's definitely too late for them. Was going well for them in the beginning. I think they outnumbered us and did pretty good, but then it just didn't work out. Honestly, I think the flank from behind, losing a lot of Greyjoy units, and then I think not supporting too much over in the center. The Baratheons and Greyjoys just could not break through on their side. But overall, it was a good battle. I had fun. Allowed me to kind of see how battles are done in sieges. Whether the biggest thing that seems to always be is archers are too good. Then if you play in a land battle, archers are just not that good. But it's just because they have the ability to arc. But we're gonna count that as a victory for the defenders because obviously they held towards the timer. It was a good game for all. We'll look at the kills here. Let's see. I brought Stag Knight Commander. I did not bring Bobby B like most people would do. I was going for a more numbers game, which really, didn't do too well for me. Honestly, I just kind of got destroyed. I still had my elite one or two, elites going, but I just did not have a good game. Those archers destroyed me. Then Dragonstone, I think he kind of had something similar. Archers on his end were destroying him, but his infantry, I think he still got more kills than I did. Very well for what he could do. He did not have a good landing spot on the wall, so it was a bit rough. Peasant poachers getting more kills than a lot of tier 3 and 4 stuff, so well done. For him, we'll check out Austrian Painter, who played as the Night's Watch. Night's Watch just did great overall. Just marksman did great. Builders built their crossbows, and good kills across the board. Then we'll check out Laxel here, who's playing as Targaryens here. He did great. Killed a lot of my stuff. His infantry just got a lot of kills. I think he still had a pretty healthy army towards the end. Yeah, 589. Didn't even see that final kills 5. Jeez, he did great. Then we'll check out Oni, who was playing against the Boltons. Boltons did great all around. I think that back push on the back did not do anything for him, which is unfortunate, but great. Better kill than the Blade Guards. Oh, just look at that one chevron, everybody. One chevron makes these units really good. Then Jackaboy, who played as the Greyjoys. I think he had a very rough early game getting attacked. He couldn't really do much, just did not work well for him. And then kind of go back to my team. I kind of jumped around there, but Icky played as House Tarly. Did great all around. His Cav Marcher Knights did fantastic. We had the Rangers who did all right. Honor Guard, yeah, he still had a lot of healthy units he didn't even bring to the field. They ran Honor Guard Marksman who full HP almost and 117 kills. And then the House Valarian and Celtic Guard did great. Pikeman 300 kills, 80 still full. Crab. Everybody did great as Dreadmark Marines. The Valarian and Celtigar are usually considered the worst faction in this mod, which is, I think, pretty accurate. But for sieges, they seem to do pretty well. So good to see that they actually did well in this siege. But I think I went over everybody. Yeah, I did. But I do appreciate everybody showing up and playing. Just so everyone's kind of aware of those who watch this, that on every Friday and Saturday, we host battles for anyone who can join despite skill level. Nobody here judged. No one cares. It's just the way to learn the game, play the factions, have fun. That's nothing serious. But on Fridays, it's at 3 p.m. U.S. Central Time. It's usually 5 hours for you guys that live in the UK, or was it 5 hours from that? So about 7 or 8 p.m. Somewhere around there, 7 or 8 or 9, depending on what time it is or time zone or whatever. But anyway, Saturday it is at, I believe, noon U.S. Central is when we do the battle, so that allows European players to play and all that. But like I said, anyone's welcome to join. They're scheduled every weekend either by me or an admin, so we can get some battles going and test things like this. Sieges. It was great to have a 4v4 siege. We haven't had one of those in a bit. So I appreciate everybody joining. We had a lot of people turn up, people who didn't get in. If you are one of those people who join late or whatever, didn't get in, I usually switch people out at the end of the battle. When we do the next battle, we usually do about 3 to 4 battles, mostly land battles, but a siege battle is probably always going to happen. But anyway, thank you everybody who watched. Appreciate you doing that. Please like and subscribe.